It's a hot August day here at Soul Farm. It's in the 90s, and on a day like today, I usually try to find anything I can do indoors. And I realized that very few of you have ever been inside the house. So I thought I would film a little bit of the inside of the house, give you a peek as to what the inside of the Soul Farm cottage looks like. I don't have many pictures of the house when my parents bought the farm 50 years ago. The house had a living room, a kitchen, a teeny bathroom, and a porch. Legend has it used to be a post office and it was moved to its current location. My parents added a dining area and 2 bedrooms, but it's still really tiny. It was always meant just to be a weekend house, so it lacks a lot of amenities like a washer and a dryer and a garage and practically any storage. This is the first time anyone's going to live here year round. So I'm going to need to make some updates once I figure out exactly what they're going to be. So we usually walk right into the dining room. This table is a farmhouse table that I got online for like $50 and I refinished it myself. I need to store a lot of retreat supplies in the house too, which makes it feel even smaller, like these fold-up chairs that we use for dinners. My dad was a barber, and this barber pole was at his barber shop. It still works. And even I have a saddle cleaning and oiling project going on right now. So we've got a couple of saddles in the house that we're working on. And I have to tell you a secret, I really like having saddles in the house. We got little knickknacks here and there. There's a trophy there, my very first trophy. Couldn't be smaller, right? 4th place, I think, out of 4 horses. And I was still proud. Here's a pond snowy globe. This was a gift from my brother-in-law. It's got all sorts of like pond stuff in it. Just add water. And you might wonder about the deer. Well, there's a story there, and maybe I will tell you the story sometime. Comment below if that's something you'd like to hear. I love a retro kitchen. This is the original kitchen. I did paint the cabinets that robin's egg blue and cream. I've always liked that. I've added a lot of shelves trying to grab some storage for myself as I prepare for living here. The wood-burning stove will heat the whole house. It's that small. I love having the original countertops, the original sink, and that little table that I'm using is an island I've had since I was about 21 years old. The curtains in the kitchen are just a tablecloth, an old vintage tablecloth that I found and cut up. I thought that would look really nice. And I think the kitchen has a really nice, happy vibe. But it's always been a dream of mine to have a vintage oven to go along with this vintage kitchen. And I finally found one on Facebook Marketplace. I finally found a 1950s electric double oven. The owner had a friend list it for him, so it took a while to get connected with the owner. But when I did, he was so nice. And I told him I really didn't have any way to pick it up and transport it and put it in place in my kitchen. I mean, these ovens weigh about as much as the house. And he offered to take care of that for me. So he had a couple people deliver it and put it in place. And that was just the nicest thing. That's when I knew this oven was meant for me. It was super clean and it works, and I'm just as happy as I can be with this oven. And it's a Kelvinator. I mean, isn't that just like the coolest name in the world for an oven? It's like the Kelvinator. It sounds like a superhero. I guess I don't have any great things to say about my living room. It's just a living room that I'm trying to squeeze as much stuff into as I can. I've got an old cabinet there for storage, and this is one interesting thing right here. I have so many trees around me that I cannot get any Wi-Fi here, and I barely get cell service in the house, like maybe 1 bar. And this is a booster, it's a cell booster, and with this I can get like 3 or 4 bars. It's changed my life. A lot of people say, well, you don't want to be connected out here, and that's fine if it's a weekend place, but when you live here, you kind of need to be a little bit better connected, especially with the work that I do. As I had said before, retreat supplies end up being really stored a lot in the house, and right here in my bedroom, I've got all of our vintage dinnerware in this big yellow cabinet. The dresser, the mirror were original to this house when we bought the farm 50 years ago. Evas Room, I'm not really going to show you that, but I will show you her windowsill. Eva loves plants. She loves old bottles and jars, and crystals. She collects a lot of different interesting crystals. Eva really does have an eye for nature. She's always bringing in things she finds outside, and I really like that. Birds' nests and stuff I'll find tucked in corners, and it's really the spirit of the place. The farm was never about the house. The house was always just a place to come in, to sleep, to rest, to have a meal. But the farm's always been about the outdoors for us. We spend most of our time outside. And so I guess the thing that I like the most about this little tiny farm cottage is what I see when I look out the windows. It's really about the views. Winter will be interesting here. Nobody's ever been here year-round, so I plan to post updates and let you know how it is living here 365 days a year.